So, hey, my YouTubers and everyone in the world. Today is December the 21st, guys. It was a beautiful Monday all day. Glad it was my day off. Thank God for that. But we're going to get into this video right now because I feel like this is a topic that a lot of people need to hear. Straight like that. But what we're going to be talking about is how to stop responding negatively to everything that you feel disturbs you, your peace of mind, or stuff that actually offends you. And I wrote a couple things down to keep me on point with all the main things that we need to know when it comes to people saying offensive and nasty things to us. Number one, and I feel like this is so very important, is for us to start ignoring the negativity. At the end of the day, I do feel like it's important to get to a point where you just stop responding to certain things, because if you continuously allow yourself to get upset over things that disturb you or that make you feel uncomfortable or stuff that's just straight offensive, then you will never find peace of mind and happiness. So I really feel like we have to start retraining our brain to respond differently to negative things. And that's something that I've even learned along my journey of life. Like, you are going to hear things that's going to offend you. People are going to do things that's going to make you uncomfortable or make you feel, just bad. But the point of the matter is how you react to those things is really what makes a difference. My advice number two on how to deal with negativity and how to just stop getting offended by the things that people say and do is to address the issue. Sometimes it's just best to address the issue head on. Do not be afraid to pull a person to a side. It may be a family member, it may be a coworker, it may just be a friend. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself and say, hey, I noticed that, you did XYZ 1, 2, 3. Was there a reason behind it? Did I do something that made you react to me in that type of way? Or just don't be afraid to speak up and address the issue. Sometimes the only way to actually move forward is to deal with it headstrong, head on, and just say, hey, what's the problem? A lot of times, even in my journey, I've noticed that I try to avoid issues as much as I possibly can. And sometimes when you be quiet about certain things, it only makes it worse. So, yes, if you want to and you're that type of person, you can address the issue. This way it stops. You're letting a person know that something that they're doing is offensive, is disturbing you, and it makes you uncomfortable. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now, my third advice when dealing with negativity and the things that people do to make you feel uncomfortable is think about what bothers you about the situation. Like, sometimes when we are faced with different challenges in our lives, what we do is we have to sit down and we have to figure out what is it about the problem that's bothering you. Like, what is it about this issue that makes you uncomfortable? What is it about this person that makes you feel like what they do is disturbing to you and makes you uncomfortable and it's offensive? You have to sit down and get real with yourself and say, okay, why do I feel the way that I feel this way? If you are the type of person to address it head on, you know exactly why you're addressing that issue and how to do it, because you know how it makes you feel. So knowing how something makes you feel is very important, and understanding why you feel that way is very, very important. Now, easy tip number 4 on how to deal with negativity and stop getting offended by situations that disturb you is sometimes to be silent. Like they always say, silence is golden. The reason why I feel like this is a 2 thumbs up, number 4 is definitely a 2 thumbs up, is because sometimes we say too much. We say a little bit too much. Sometimes it is best to just be silent and don't even say anything. Don't give into temptation. Don't give into the negativity. Because, see, when you give into that temptation and that negativity, people feed off of that. And sometimes, what it's doing is that person's negative energy is bouncing onto you, and that makes them extremely happy. So when you become silent and you just don't say anything at all, and you're not giving it any attention, it's like a person is arguing back and forth with themselves. And then they eventually realize that you're not the problem and that they are. So, yes, silence is definitely golden. And I know that it's extremely hard sometimes to be quiet, especially when people are doing things that disturb you, that make you feel uncomfortable, that you know for sure is wrong. But sometimes going back and forth is not the wisest thing to do. So silence is definitely golden, and I think it depends on the type of person that you're dealing with. Sometimes, you can't argue and fight with someone that you consider insane because the fight will never end. So number five that I do feel is very, very, very important that supersedes everything to stop responding to negative things and stop allowing stuff to bother you. Sometimes you really have to just distract your mind. I cannot stress that enough. Sometimes the best thing to do is find a hobby, find something that you love to do, find something that that makes you smile, that makes you happy. Even if it's hanging out with people that you love to be around that give you good positive vibes and positive energy. You have to find a way to distract your mind. This way, whatever that person or those people are doing that disturbs you, that makes you feel uncomfortable, and that's negative, you won't really pay that so much attention. So when you're hanging out with people that makes you feel good, you don't have time to think about the negativity. As you guys can see, you know what my hobby is. My hobby is art. If you look in the back, you clearly see that I have many of paintings that I've thrown a lot of my emotions and negative feelings into, and it's producing so much for me. So like I said before, you have to learn to distract your mind. You may read a book, you may go take a walk, you may hang out with people that you love to be around that give you good vibes. But honestly speaking, distraction is very important. If it's a situation that you feel is going to be ongoing, you have to find a way to you know think about something else that makes you happy, that makes you smile, and that keeps you in good vibes. So I hope that everything I gave you guys today you utilize on how to stop responding to negative things. Most importantly, is it's time for you to start retraining your brain on how to respond differently to negative things rather than to react to negative things. There's a difference between the two. I've mastered it, and I believe you can as well. Like I always say, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video because I feel like there's many of people out there who need to hear this. And keep moving forward in a positive way. That's my advice to you guys. And Merry Christmas because I know it's on the way. But yeah, it's your girl Christine. Of course, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time, peace.